Hey guys, it's Miniku back with another Red Dead Redemption 2 video, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about some things that Rockstar need to change in Red Dead Redemption Online. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and also subscribe so you guys can stay tuned for more Red Dead Redemption 2 videos like this. But with that out of the way guys, let's just get straight into this video. So at the top of my list of things that Rockstar need to change is the lasso. Now I know I've talked about this so many times before, but I do really believe they need to limit it, especially when it comes to griefing and online. It's just gotten to a point where it's not fun anymore, and I believe part of the reason is because a lot of these people have come from GTA, and GTA has been known for the most griefers. So I believe Rockstar, the only way they can change it is if they made it so you can't lock onto players. Now I know it will ruin the fun, but really it's the griefers' fault for ruining the fun, because it's just gotten to a point where you can't actually last 3 seconds in online without getting lassoed, especially if you're roaming around Blackwater or a town where there's multiple people around. You literally just run around a corner and someone tackles you or someone lassos you. It just gets really frustrating, and it just really ruins the online experience. So ultimately I believe if they're really wanting to make players stay in online, they're going to have to do something about the lasso, because that's one major thing that I believe they need to change, because it's just really frustrating, and especially when there is no passive mode. And that's the next thing on my list. The fact that there is actually no passive mode in online is really frustrating, especially like I said with the lasso. And not only that, there are so many things like some guns in here is just one shot kill and then you're just gone, and they're really long range as well, so they're really good guns, and it's just really frustrating if you're actually trying to do stuff and you don't actually have some way of trying to just enjoy the game without having a whole bunch of people coming after you. And like with Red Dead Redemption, as soon as one person comes after you, then you end up having multiple people go after you, and it's just really frustrating, and most of the time it's for no good reason at all. And so I really believe they need to add some sort of passive mode. Now if they have got passive mode somewhere, they need to at least make it easier to find it, because I haven't found anything to do with passive mode apart from that thing with campsites. I'm still not too sure about that yet, and I believe I don't think that's going to really work very well, because you can only use it when you're in your camp, but they still need to add something like that, especially when there's no private lobby or like, you know, friends only lobby or anything like that. And that's actually another thing that I've got on my list, is the fact that you can't actually choose what type of lobby you can go into. So right now you can only choose to go into an online public lobby. You can't actually choose whether you want to be with friends only or like a private lobby by yourself or something like that, because it would be really handy. And maybe even if they limited the private lobby so you can't gain money or gain RP, that would be perfectly fine, because they need something where you can just, you know, roam around, have fun, and not worry too much about griefers. Because right now, especially if you're in a role-playing community like me, it would be handy to have another sort of lobby option that you can choose just for role-playing, because it's really frustrating that right now you have to hope that you won't get any griefers, and when the majority of the time you just want to roleplay or whatever like that. And speaking of role-playing, you can actually drive trains in online, and to find the train, it's like a train icon on the map, and it will spawn sort of along the tracks on the main sort of track system. And what I mean by that is the tracks that go through Valentine and all those sort of places around there. If you follow the tracks right around the map, you should find the train icon, and that's where the train will spawn in. Now it doesn't actually spawn in New Austin. Now that's the reason why I've got this on my list, is because they need to make it so you can spawn in the train in New Austin, because there's another sort of track system or track network down there, and it'll be handy to have like a train down there as well, because then you're not just limited to the main track system as well. But the next thing on my list is actually to do with horses. Now, I've actually talked about this in my previous video, and that is the fact that you can't actually change lobbies while keeping your personal horse out. Now, Rockstar definitely 100% need to change this. This is one major thing that they need to change, because it really frustrates me that you just can't have your personal horse out, jump into another lobby, and then continue riding your personal horse. You literally have to go back to a stable and pick up your personal horse once again. And I've had multiple times where I've actually gone to a stable, just picked up my personal horse so I can go and finally enjoy online with a good horse, and then suddenly I get kicked off. So then I join another lobby, and then I have to repeat that whole entire process, especially when you're up in somewhere like Amberino or somewhere like that where there's actually no stables. It gets really frustrating, because if you're all the way up there and you have to use that really slow horse to get to a stable, and then find that you get kicked out of the lobby just as you get your personal horse out, then you go back into a new lobby and spawn back up in Amberino, and you have to repeat that whole entire process. It just really irritates me. So I really hope Rockstar definitely change that in the next coming weeks, because that is definitely one of the most important things they need to change. Also, another thing that I've talked about in my previous video was the horse spawning system. Now, when you call for your horse, it spawns way too far away. In this video right here, I actually, this was the first time I've ever seen the horse spawn this close to me. So I was really surprised to see that, because the majority of the time, the horse will actually spawn really far away. In fact, way too far away, because it actually wastes so much time. I've had other times where I've actually seen the horse literally stay in one spot until I get about 3 meters away from it, and then it'll finally start walking towards me. But I really hope they change this, because it is really frustrating, especially when you're already wasting time trying to travel with this bad horse that you're calling. So at least make it so the horse will spawn a little bit closer. And another thing that they need to do is add a stable towards the top left corner of the map, because in that sort of area there's actually no stables fairly close by. The closest, I believe, is Strawberry or Valentine. Now, these are still really far away, so they need to add another stable somewhere out there. But the last two things on my list is actually to do with boats, and the first one being the fact that you can't actually find a parked boat anywhere, or not that I've been able to find anyway. Throughout the whole time of me playing it online, I've always had to steal a boat, so I really hope they make it so you can find parked boats. And also, it's really hard to spawn them in. But anyway, the second thing is, I really hope they make it so you can actually visit that island off the shore of Saint Denis, because right now, if you guys try to make your way over there, you'll suddenly get a black screen, and then you'll spawn in Saint Denis, as you can see right here. But I really hope they make it so you can go there, because it'll be really cool to explore that place a little more, and especially in online, it'll be a really cool place to visit. But yeah, like I said, I really hope they make it so you can go there. And that's the same with everything else in this list. I really hope they change all these things that I've mentioned, and make online so much better if they do. But that's really it for my video, guys. If you guys do agree with me, please be sure to drop a like, and also subscribe so you guys can stay tuned for more. And then also drop a comment if you guys have any other things that you wish Rockstar would change in online. But with that out of the way, guys, that's the end of my video, and I'll see you in my next one.